In the last video, we discussed how to make a production possibility frontier, production possibility curve. In this video, we're going to talk about, can this production possibility frontier ever change? Well, yes. So back to our example of baking to go to the party. What if your parents allow you to bake at their house and now you have 2 ovens instead of 1? So let's assume that doubling the recipe sizes does not slow you down. The new production possibility frontier can be made in this red chart instead of what we had before at our own house in the black chart. Right? So we have doubled our ability to produce, and if we want to make that on a graph, we can see right here, here is what we could do beforehand. When we move to our parents' house, we shift out to our new red line. Right? So instead of making 10 cakes, we can now make 20 cakes. And instead of making 120 cookies, we can now make 240. Okay? So every point on here has just shifted out to a new point on the red line. So after arriving at your parents' house, you realize that the second oven does not get hot enough to bake cookies. So this doesn't affect your ability to make cakes, but it does decrease your ability to make cookies. How can we represent that on our production possibility frontier? Well, let's first take a look over here at our production schedules. When we had 2 ovens, we had doubled everything that we could do with our black production schedule. But now that we know the cold oven doesn't get hot enough to make cookies, we can't double our cookies anymore, but we can still have our doubled cake outputs. Okay? So if we come from our red 2 oven production schedule and PPF, we see that we can just shift our cookies production back to the left. Okay? So this is a pivot, and what we saw previously when we went from the black to the red, that was called a shift.